Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics.
Baby, you hear these two?
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff to Henry. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Ryder. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte. Second and 9 now. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And some room to work. Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way down to the 29. 55 rushing yards. Rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Second and 20. Looking to throw. Ryder. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Ryder. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Take it in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Oh, Lord.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Back to throw. Ryder. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down. Ryder. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mike, check 33. 33. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. as he'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. They're running it. Warrior 70. Check Mike 33. I'm coming. I'm coming. You better get ready. Mike check 33. 33.
Check pass, check pass.
Hey, check Mike 33.
Back to throw.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Escaping the pressure right. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Mustang 19.
45, 45. Mike, 45. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Ready? Check. Dragon 60.
Mike, check 33. 33.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. All right. 79 Broncos.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Is that it?
That caught by Trimble. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Watch the pass.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Eluding the pressure right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson. As the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half
what
as the
team you
kick's
at?
away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
What defense you was in?
About set to begin their next drive. The
I ain't
Falcons
gonna lie,
offense at the
I'll be in
line.
that man dish.
And
I
we'll see
go
what they
zone
have
on
to
some
do.
plays.
Just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. They'll roll him out right.
Come
That'll be incomplete
on.
with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
That was an interesting
On a
look there
popsicle,
because as
too.
soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged
was
him
the
from
last
taking
shebang?
off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Ryder, and he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it
Called the
and say we'll see
timeout
what
with 1
happens.
second left.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20. Nifty move. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Oh my God.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Niggas want to work on you.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 runs in a row, but only 2
playing
yards
against
to show for
McCaffrey
it.
right now.
I think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has
Yes, you
struggled
do.
to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Okay, Kendall.
He's got McCaffrey
Kendall, you
open
gotta sit
complete.
still now.
And he's got the first down yardage
Oh,
before being
damn,
taken down in
you let this
midfield.
dude get a little cheap shit on
Boy,
me
a
now.
lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Now a play fake here on first. And the Falcons get there.
You feel
the
me.
Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Deion Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check 33. 33.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Hey, check Mike 33. Check. Man, 80.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now it's the backup Darnold. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Hayward.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it again with Henry.
All right, look, Kendall. Come on now. Come on now. You got to sit still, baby.
Call it no gain that time as it's
We
going to
giving
leave
this
them with
nigga
a 3rd
action.
and about 3 to go.
And we ain't got action to be given.
Off play action. Ryder. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about
Baby
this
girl.
field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again to Henry. Shreds the tackle. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front.
He wasn't meant to be in that situation, bro.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10
Yeah,
game.
he kicked too much. He was kicking from the stomach,
Touchdown, here's Koo to kick
not from the
off.
legs.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little
This
past
nigga
there,
Henry
call
going
it the
crazy in this
26.
game. I ain't gonna lie to you right now. Henry showing up this game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 6. That is caught by Anderson. Past the 20. Touchdown.
Too fast right there.
Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Matt Rule keeping the offense on the field to go for 2 here. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied.
Ice, baby.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the
showed
tablet
up
and see what you
today?
did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than
Yeah,
when you're trying to
yeah,
figure out how to
Arizona
fix
on the
things
center.
there.
it's Henry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Bouncing off of
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
A neck toe?
First downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
A turkey neck?
Off the play fake. Ryder. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
Henry. And he gets in.
Because what happens is, nigga, once the nigga roll out,
taking it in from
that zone.
And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to
stop
kick
talking
off.
to me. They're like, shit. We gonna talk, nigga.
Signaled for and taken successfully.
Kinder Wonder, you gotta relax, baby. Daddy in the mix of a game.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 124 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Not funny, dear. Nigga laughing at you.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ryder. Throw caught here by Bird. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Nigga.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Gets through and now an opening. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Derrick Henry. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And
oh, my God.
But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Oh, okay. I thought that was against me.
In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Baby?
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Back to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's
Picked
not
up
off
by
the
Deion
tube.
Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons
That's
are
where
going
they
to
be
get
at.
the football here as the ball
Niggas
will
be on
come
tube
out
with
to the
popcorn.
20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He finds some open field here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Are you ready?
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And
What's
they were
up,
buoyed,
Sticky?
Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Falcons, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
If he was ready. I just asked a simple question, man. What was your score, Ryan?
I lost by 3, bro. I when in the beginning of the game, I drove downfield, and on 4th down, I kicked the field goal. And Cam went for it on 4th down every play. I wasn't going for it.
She trying.
Hey, bro.
She's serious.
He going crazy.
Cam is back, huh?
Hey, y'all niggas is too funny though, but yeah. Any given Sunday, man. Come on, man. It's good. Stop arguing. Stop.
What's that? What's that? You sleepy, but you ain't trying to go to sleep.
Get the ice cream, please. 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 I'll give it back to you. I'll give it back to you. I will give it back. I'll give it back to you. Please. Look, he's spilling it. No, stop. Come up in here again. Come up in the kitchen. Go in the kitchen. No, you going in the kitchen. I'm not gonna play with you with this ice cream. I'm not gonna play with you with this ice cream. Here, just here. Sit down and eat it. Sit down and eat it, please.
My mode.
Alright, eat it, please. Tap it right here. You wanna take the stick out? Okay, just do like this. Beat that part. Wait. Beat that part.
You just want to get lit. Money mode.
Girl, this nigga. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
taking the time with you. What happened? Oh, nigga. Come on, bruh. I'm out here darting you up, and then all of a sudden the game. Well, where did you put the ice cream on? Nigga gon' really get nigga over here stepping on the nigga and nigga gon' quit. I didn't quit. Nigga, what's going on there? You seen I was marching on you and stepping on you? Man, what's going on, man? So you about to play somebody? Yeah, I'm on my way to the Super Bowl, man. Niggas feeling froggy, man. Oh, you beat EJ? Nah, I'm about playing this nigga right now. All right, Bob. Might go to bed. Oh my God, bro, this shit still be sinking, bro. I don't even know how I'm supposed to, like, how am I supposed to get fired up to play a nigga with this shit, bro? Y'all some bombs anyway. Everybody done played that game except for me and Ray. Goddamn bombs. Literally. I don't know what that is, bro. I don't know. I done played league games today and everything. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I was on his wig. How did you beat my ass, bro? This shit been doing this all day. Niggas is delusional, man. Niggas is delusional. This shit been doing this.